Everyone, hope you're all doing well, and this is another day of Vlogmas. So this video is just basically a discussion about what women want in 2023. On social media there's so many different discourses between men and women that women are like, oh, I don't want anyone with less than earning less than 80,000, 100,000, 120,000, and it was just prompted me to think about what women actually want in 2023. I know that we're at the tail end of 2023, but obviously this is relevant to 2024. What I'm trying to say is, like, what do women actually want at this age that we're living in? Because we are in the uniquely different time from like our grandparents and that sort of thing. Like, I think probably many of our grandparents, the dynamics were a lot different then. Your grandmother might not have been working full time, your grandfather might have been the primary breadwinner and that sort of thing. So things that we want are achieving are very different from our grandparents and parents as well. But what I think what women want in 2023 from a partner is safety. And that is really, like, it's a strange thing to say, safety, because when you talk about safety in relationships, sometimes it can get like a bad rep, like, oh, this person's so safe, like the safe option. But I think women do want someone who's safe, someone that they can rest in their femininity with, someone who they're assured, like, shows up for them every day, that sort of thing. And in terms of that, it's very difficult to put a figure or a money figure on there and say, yeah, this person will make me feel safe if they earn X amount. And when women do say that, it's very controversial for me to say, but I know what they're trying to imply. What they're really trying to say in a different speak is, I want to feel safe, and how I'm going to feel safe is if he earns a lot of money. That's what they're trying to say, but it might not be vocalized in that way. And I think some women actually, probably they just want the money, but I think when someone does have that mindset, I think that's what they're really trying to say. And to what women want, I think if a woman is looking for that family type of relationship, then she's going to be looking for, and I'm talking about like a heterosexual relationship, by the way, and obviously adapt it to your current situation. In terms of like a father, I think she would be looking for, in terms of a man, I think she'd be looking for someone who would be a great father. And that means certain characteristics that she would be looking for, someone who's caring, loving and giving, because those would all be good attributes for a father. And if she isn't looking for that in a father, characteristics, those sorts of characteristics still apply irrespective of that anyway. And I think probably the third thing that women are looking for is, whether they know it or not, is faithfulness. And this is, I think, most important now, because we live in such an age where, like, more things go than they used to. Like, it's so dynamic and changing, and I think even the young people coming up now, sometimes the way that they think and the way they do things is really interesting from how I would have thought at that time. And I'm not like 50 years older than them, for instance. I'm not that much older than them, but still things that they think about at times are just really, really different from the way I would have thought about it. And that's because the world is like dynamic and changing. Things are not like what they used to be, which is what everyone says, that who's older than anyone else. Like, it never used to be like that in my day, but it really isn't. And the faithfulness aspect is not just with knowing that your partner's not going to cheat on you. It's also with, it's similar to my first point really, like knowing that they're always going to like try their best to show up for you within their like spirit and power. They're going to try and show up for you and represent you. And you know, for instance, that when you're not with them at that particular time, like because they're your partner, they represent you, they're going to be representing you in a way that it's like, yeah, that's her man, because like you can still trust him when you're not there, and he still represents you in like the best possible way. I think that's what a woman is looking for in 2023 and leading on to 2024, because there are so many things happening in this world. So sometimes like the quiet, faithful thing is what women really want to climb into so they can rest in their femininity. And when I think those sorts of main things are evident within the relationship, I think you will actually see the relationship develop into ways that you would have never even imagined. And this is controversial what I'm going to say, but I believe that if men of today don't hone into those sorts of characteristics and remember these things as important, there will be an epidemic of really lonely men in the future. And that is not good for a variety of reasons. I could go into another video, but it's something that's really important, and it's something that people don't necessarily talk about because they might, the wider community, like, doesn't really care. They're not your friends or family, they don't really care about your well-being. So it was just like just a quick thought that I had when I've been watching all these videos and things. So take care, all my love.